selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is
And we're back. No, I can't. You can't do that.
Dude,
he's not going to make a living if you don't get into that.
Hey, how's that guy coming, by the way? We always come, like, when we're at Integrity, if I'm there helping them or whatever, we always hit that. I always look in there, like, see we're hoping. Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to the Cheap Seats. I believe we're live and on the air right now.
And we're back.
And we've got a little fun going on. And we're still an hour show here, right? Yeah, we're just getting started.
We're going to keep it down to 1 hour.
Joe Ryan here with you. Furniture Jake's with you. Scotty Boy is off today. He's learning how to use a handgun, a rifle, and a machete. I don't know what he has planned or what's going on with him, but he will not be here today. And hopefully his training is outside.
There is no way they're going to permit him to carry any kind of weapon.
It's not what I've been told. That boy's getting after it.
It's a little ruse they got going on there. He'll have to go through a 2-week course.
Yeah.
And then a follow-up course, and he'll never
background check. He's background check.
Never gonna pass.
We're gonna introduce our first guest now, and he's known as J-Mac, and J-Mac, he's I don't know, he's everything. But have you been on the air since you came back in and got started coaching? Were you on last year?
We? Yeah,
I don't know.
Last year. I think we were on last year.
He was on last year.
Yeah.
I brought donuts from Hello Cream.
Yeah, that's right. I did. Why would you do that?
Because I'm stupid.
So J-Mac joining us. J-Mac, tell us all about your world, and then we're going to talk freshman hoops.
We got Normal West today. Let's just jump to freshman hoops.
What about you? We want to know about you.
Nobody cares about me.
Have you had any more kids or anything?
Right.
No. Goofball's right down there.
Now they knows though.
He's down there getting loose. He's got a couple games today.
Yeah.
Got a game tomorrow.
Can he shoot like you? Can he go to the hoop like you?
He is not as selfish as I am. I'm trying to get shots up. I'm getting buckets.
He's making buckets down there.
He likes passing and being a good teammate and rebounding. And
we're going to have nothing to do with that. You know my motto, don't you? Always shoot the ball or you're pass to somebody that will.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. If you pass it, someone's going to shoot it. It better be you.
You shoot the ball.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So it's That's what keeps everybody busy. We had practice last night, and unfortunately I had to miss the game, but I was texting the whole time, and I got to watch it at least. And what a game!
We're going to get your view on this game last night.
What a game!
Okay,
that
so
was incredible.
You talk about it a little bit. You thought there should be a technical when everybody rushed the court.
It's 2 seconds
Possibly.
left. Everybody's running on the floor. How's that not a T? How's it not a T? If that was the first quarter in my freshman game today, and I just 20 fans and kids and 3 of my players decided to run down.
Why don't you do it today just for the heck
I
of it?
think I'm going to try. Just see what the IHSA does. We're going to submit the videotape.
Coach Al's going to have him tasered.
I tell you, speaking of taser, Greg about got tasered last night. He wanted that T so bad.
I saw Greg argue.
Did you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he wanted it bad. And I didn't. I assumed that's what he was saying because I was watching. I'm screaming like a moron in my basement, too. And I texted him, like, right as it happened. I was like, tell me you're trying to get that T. And we called right after the game and said, yeah, I'm trying to get that T. There's 20 people running around. Like, it was crazy. So
I mean, I obviously wasn't there either, but did this, Lloyd, did the scoreboard actually go to 0? So, like, they came on and then they put the time back on?
Right. Yeah. And the ref came out and said, well, listen, I gave you the timeout right away. And then they put it back on. To his credit, he's right. I mean,
but if the scoreboard went to 0, then people think it's over.
Well, they come on way before that horn, I'll tell you that right now. Because you know what I mean? That thing, as soon as he hit it, it was just humans just running around. Humans everywhere.
That's what makes athletics fun.
It was exciting.
Did you hear the call? Did you have the volume? Did you hear the call? Like
yes.
When Lampier made the shot,
and Scott just goes, he won the game.
He won the game. And it's like,
shoot to win the game, and he did.
Scotty.
Yeah, but if it hits right, that's a great call.
Oh yeah. You're not wrong.
It's a great call.
However, then they put the time back on the clock.
Hold on, it's not over.
Then we go down, we make the free throw, and Scotty's like, that's the ball game.
That's the ball game. And that, I mean, how many clutch free throws? Com hit big free throws. Gabe hit big free throws. Keon just steps up there, hits 2.
Keon steps up there like a man and drops 2.
He does his little around the back.
Yeah, around the
when
back.
He hit the first. Oh man.
He had a little Danny Duff in him with that, spin and drop and spin and drop. And then,
it was beautiful.
I tell you what, cool as cucumber.
It's easy.
Stepped right up. Yeah.
I mean,
how about Gabe?
He's like, I hope Coach Al doesn't make me run for this. Boom, nailed it. He's like, whoa.
Yeah, Gabe had a great game too.
But
Schilling.
Just walk in. Yeah, Trey's been just playing incredible. Drew is just a man. Frank's been great.
Didn't we have
all of these kids that
Frank's
have been coming in? Brady, like these kids, everybody's coming in. They're just level of play.
We have 4 kids in double digits last night or something. I think 4 kids in double digits.
I didn't see the stat sheet.
Yeah, I mean,
it's in there.
That's impressive.
Oh my God!
What I mean?
It's unbelievable. The effort and the pace. I had some freshmen there that they got to sit, right behind the basket, right with there, and they were on the ground level. And I picked one of them up today, and he goes, "I can't believe it. I just can't believe how rough and fast it is." I said, "Yeah, when we're harping on you every day, and I know they get sick and tired of me, but it's that pace of play. You have to understand. There's no time on this floor that you're going to play at 90%." It can't happen.
No,
We're not
can't.
that kind of group. We have to go until you can't go anymore, and then you get a break. It has to be that hard. And it's good. The kids saw it, and they just all went, I can't believe how fast and physical it is.
Let's talk freshman basketball. Tell us about it. Let's talk. Let's throw some kids' names out. What's the record?
I have no idea what our record is. We were talking about it today. I have no idea. But we're like, I think we're 7 out of our last 8.
Lost.
I think we've won 7 out of our last 8. 6 out of our last 7. We've turned a corner. It's clicking. That speed is clicking. They've really got it. I think we're at 4 straight, 6 out of our last 7. I think that's what it is. I know it's 4 or 5 straight. So we have pretty good numbers. We got all kinds of kids down there. I don't want to start and mention them all, but because just in case I miss one, then I'd feel terrible.
You will miss one.
I will. Yeah, there's donuts there. They're distracting like crazy. But
get a donut.
We got Normal West today. We had good win, really good win over Glenwood. The night after, we go down there, beat them varsity. We all
went over the next night.
They came here. and some of their fans were asked to leave. They were not happy
Really?
either. Oh yeah, they were mad. They were so mad from the night before. I heard it from the girls game when the girls were there. They went there that next afternoon. They said it was the same way. Everybody was just still cranky. We just throttled them. Like, oh yeah.
You did throttle them.
Oh my gosh, it's great. A great varsity win for us. That was the night when we beat Washington. And we go right into Glenwood. Those are 2 great wins, like really good wins. And then you go to Lamford.
That was a big
great
win last night.
Oh my gosh,
Big win.
You get Quincy tonight.
No, you got another. You got your hands full again.
Got our
tonight.
hands full, but bring them. You know, these kids just answer that bell with all these teams. You know, you look at them when they warm up, and if you just look, you know, that's what freshmen do. We see 6'8", 6'7", guys just flying around the rim. They just go, how do we beat these teams? Well, guts. These kids got guts. They just come to play.
Well
They're
coached,
not intimidated by anybody. I mean, starts at the freshman level, doesn't
It does start at the freshman level. I mean, where's he at without a good freshman coach? I mean,
like 400 wins.
Yeah.
He's about 450, I think. About 450.
About tree fitting.
Yeah.
About tree fitting.
You know, that's why when you
Probably
talk,
had a couple good years in there.
when you talk about the physicalness of the game and
it's
the speed of it,
It's
that's
incredible.
why I'm always thoroughly impressed when a kid comes out of 8th grade and
makes
plays
that
varsity
jump.
basketball.
Unbelievable.
Plays
I don't know
varsity
how they do
basketball
it.
out of 8th grade.
I don't know how they
How'd
do
you do
it.
that?
I don't know how they
Yeah.
do it. We've had a couple, and you watch that freshman year in varsity is just growing pain after growing pain after growing pain. Even Gavin Block was just incredible for us, and what a great leader, what a great player, all that stuff. Everything you can say about the kid, right? But man, freshman year, he got beat up. I mean, that is a hard year. And you're right, Joe. Like 8th
So
grade
impressive.
to right into it. I don't know how they do it. It's amazing. I did it, but that was, you know, we only had 7 kids, you know, in the whole. We played kids in wheelchairs and crutches. Like, it's a lot easier back then. And it wasn't so hard.
Well, and you know, I think it's even more impressive when you see it in football.
Oh, right. It's
Just
amazing.
because
The
you know
physicality,
you got kids over there with hairy legs and muscles and
Grown-ups.
mustaches, and you got a kid coming out of youth football that pops onto the football field, and that's
Right.
just impressive if you can get out there and do that.
Right. That's also why they're so fast. But you better run away from that human. As a grown man, you better get away from that. As a grown up, he's
Get
going to
out of
kill
the
you.
way.
Yeah. And now,
How long you been coaching here? Freshman.
I had to skip the COVID year. So that gave me another year of eligibility. Me and Jermaine are going to be in college for 7 years.
What's that going to do with your retirement? Really?
Right. So 16, I think it's 17 total or something like that, or 16. I don't know. 16 or
So
17.
tell us. So where's your? As you were talking about how it's frustrating at times. How's your patience went? Do you think you have greater patience, or do they get shorter every year?
I am so old that I can't bring the energy every day. You know what I mean? Like
You can't be a rock star every day.
I can't. Wait, it's not.
Listen, this guy's yogging, and he
I
needs
am.
some energy boost, but he's
Yeah,
denying
you know,
himself
Quit
of
drinking
it.
soda, so I haven't had any caffeine.
Can we
Makes him
talk?
angry.
Can we talk a little bit about yogging? Because some
Yogging.
people may think it's a dirty word on the air.
It's horrible.
Tell us about yogging.
Well, I started yogging.
What is it?
You get on this treadmill. Have you ever heard of a treadmill? It's horrible. It's a punishment device when you shoplift or cheat on your wife or something. I don't know what it is, but they make you get on it. And then for like 40 minutes, then you get off of it after walking, and it's awful. You sweat. It's terrible.
Yogging.
Yogging. Oh, it's everywhere. It's disgusting. I know.
That's gross.
It's bad. But I needed to start. It's something I desperately needed, apparently. Every doctor would look at me like, you got to be joking. You feel good? Are you really? Nothing's wrong. You don't think there's something wrong. Are you sure? And I'd say, no. And they go, oh, man. Just sit here. Labs come back. We'll tell you what's wrong here in a minute.
Tell you
It's going to take a while.
Didn't those labs come back?
It did. I'm telling you, the only thing, every time I go, I went for an insurance. I went to my doctor. They're like, listen, heart's great. Lungs are great. Arteries are clear. You're just super fat.
You haven't noticed that?
Right? Like, has anybody told you? Do you live alone? You got a mirror?
You got a friend.
I know you don't have a scale, but you got a mirror, don't you? I talked to Brad Bob, the great Brad Bob.
Oh, he'll help you with
The
it.
great Brad Bob. So, and we have the same conversation. So we walk in, and I see him at Glenwood, and Ava, his daughter's playing. He's got kids growing up there doing.
Oh, yeah, he forgot that she's that old.
Oh my gosh, right. She's freshman, starts varsity volleyball, starts varsity basketball. Like, holy smokes. Yeah.
Well, we got to go over just to watch the Bobs.
That's what I said, the B-Bobs.
Yeah.
I said, is Dan actually going? He said, yeah, he's finally starting to go. So got Dan and Julie over there. But Brad said, what have you been doing with yourself? I said, well, I coach 4th and 5th grade, coach freshmen. I don't have any time. Coach baseball. I said, yeah, I started jogging. He goes, to the fridge? So that's pretty.
Did he use his smooth tone from his dad?
Yeah, he said, hey, Chubby.
What have you been doing with yourself?
Hey, Chubby, what have you been doing? I said, running. He said, to the fridge? I said, yeah, Wisconsin Pete, get out of here.
Run to the fridge and then walk over to the easy chair.
And then walk back to the Barca Lounge. You just lay there.
Well, it doesn't help when it's cold and the football season's here. Now, he's probably still all ripped and cut up and doing these little things he does. That he did.
My buddy Pat played basketball like 5 in the morning, 3 days a week, or something stupid like that. Is that the dumbest thing you've ever heard of?
Yes.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yes.
There's a lot of dumb things in this world. That's it.
Has he ever heard of pancakes and waffles?
No.
Coffee?
Coffee. Lots of coffee.
I don't know. Come to think of it, I've known him for 30 years. I've never seen him eat.
Yeah.
He may not. I've never seen him
eat.
I don't know. I know when we do go to restaurants, we don't. Either I'm paying for it or we're splitting.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Oh, he's a bit tight.
Well, he's the first guy I ever saw bring out change. I said, do you have change in your pocket to pay for half of this meal? He said, that's 56 cents, Chubby, take it. Okay. Give me half of that. Give me half of that money, I guess.
That's pretty funny. We might need to interview him and Dan.
Well, that's also why Brad's he's like investment advisor and stuff like that. Probably, yes. Isn't that the guy you want to take advice from?
That's exactly what you want. Yeah. A guy that's got change in his pocket, always listen to him.
And he keeps receipts.
Yep.
Right?
Always listen to him.
I'm telling you, that's the guy I'm going to start trusting. You and Brad.
Yep. There you go.
Whoever
You're not going to find any change in my pocket.
You, because you have a donut shop.
Yeah. You're going to have to get into those
Small
donuts.
business owner. Well, the kids will have some. I'll take them for the kids for later. Take them for the kids for later, Jake.
We will check your hands for sugar.
Oh, I'm going to have powdered sugar over my face.
You're
I'm going to be so ashamed of it. I'm going to tell people it's cocaine instead of powdered sugar. Be like, no, it's a drug problem. No,
we're good.
No, fatty.
We're
That's a
good.
donut problem, bud.
Like, you'd probably be a little thinner if it was the other problem.
Yeah, I know. I can't pull that off. I can't pull any of that off.
Your boss came back up here. Now, he's got a pop. Does that ever... I mean, he's drinking that right in front of you.
Oh, it's terrible. He's got just 2 liters. I have 2 liters. He's got 4 of those things full at all times. You know what you need to ask him? Ask him for an over-under how many times he's been one phone call away from firing me in the last 17 years. Dozen? Is it over or under 12?
It's over 12.
Yeah? Now, wait a minute. You have to think about this, too. Nobody else wants to do this.
100%.
You know what I mean? That's what knocks the 12 down.
That's what helps.
That's what helps.
Listen, he still wants to. He just knows he can't replace
one phone call. That's the thing. It's like,
like he's one dial away.
He's one dial away.
He needs the replacement already ready.
That's what I'm saying. That's the one dial. If somebody's like, you know what? I'd love to come coach for you sometime. He's that one guy. Nobody's ever said that before.
Yeah, the board.
No, not on freshmen. They all want to do the varsity.
The board has always protected you on that. I don't know if you know that or no. But
I know a couple.
Joe stepped in a couple times, be like, Coach, I don't think you should hire him. It's not right.
Susan and Alyssa, like I was always,
not a good time right now.
We don't.
He's like, well, I'm going to have to keep J-Mac.
So he's a little chubby. You keep him. He needs to work.
Look at the improvements. I've gotten him at least 400 wins. I've gotten AEDs involved in the school. Like that was the whole reason. I got up the first aid kit and the trainer. The trainer got CPR certified for me. You're welcome, Lincoln.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. You are welcome.
You are helping the taxpayers out.
I am.
Thank you.
We got 40 minutes, and the other team's here. All right. Well, I'm going to go pregame walkthrough.
We're bringing your boss on right now to talk. Well, about you.
Was that trying to hear the baby?
It's a hard act to follow, Coach. J-Mac, thanks for sharing. Now, how proud of you? How proud of that assistant coach are you? You know what I mean?
I'm telling you what, he's special.
You know, good use of a word there.
Yeah,
Special.
So the over-under, how many times have you been one number away from calling him and firing him?
Well,
he says you don't dial that last number because you didn't have anybody to replace him.
I tell you, when you got a coaching staff, you put it together. It worked out the way it did, but he's a guy that keeps everybody loose. I get, I'm the yeller, screamer, holler.
You've calmed down.
Coach E, yeah, I have. Coach E is the real calm. He's the guy that just keeps you loose, and we just got such a good fit of everybody, and it's a long season, and if you have everybody on the same personality, I don't know how you would survive it. So the party's going to become alive when J-Mac arrives.
Yep. Now speaking of the party and everybody coaching and everybody on the same page and all this stuff, boy, last night got a little intense, huh?
Oh boy.
How fun was that?
Hey, if you look back, I think it was, what was it? Let's see. Let me see if I can figure that far back. The year we lost to Lanphier in the sectional on, double overtime?
Yep.
That'd been back in, mid-90s with the Osbornes and Josh Comnick and Brian Cook. Brian wasn't with that group. We were all same size, about 6'2" across the board. We hit 18 threes that night.
18.
That's one of the games that I remember out of all the ones that I've ever coached, that game there. But we won that game. Josh Comnick tipped the ball in, and the officials wouldn't let us have it, and we got beaten the next overtime. So that was a good payback last night.
Well, the one thing that I noticed from being just a spectator is the fact of when you watch this team in the Turkey Day tournament, and you came out there going, well, they're okay, this and that. Boy, have they improved from then to now. You wouldn't have never. Well, I shouldn't say that. If you'd have played Lanphier in the Turkey Day tournament, you think you get those guys?
Well, I think they're in the same boat. I think they've gotten better too. So it's probably been about the same. But anytime we play Lanphier, it's going to be like that. We play them again later in the year here.
That's a good one.
Yeah, they'll come in here with a bite to them. So
I just feel like all aspects of this team has just progressed. And if you had to pick one kid out, I got to look at Keon and go, man, he steps up to that line last night like a pro.
Well, we were 11 of 13 from the free throw line last night, which won the game. We hit Gabe Smith hit.
Gabe.
Well, his first it was Carson.
Yeah, Comnick.
Carson hit 2, then Gabe hit 2, then Keon hit 2, and I told him to miss
up there.
I told him to miss the last one,
and he almost made it.
Yeah, he did. But I told him to miss it, so he said he didn't hear me. So I said, okay, then we'll count it then. But the whole night was. It's too bad somebody had to lose that game last night because it was just really well played. Them opening their new gym. They're going to remember the opening game forever.
A lot of orange in that place.
Yeah, but it was. It's a pretty neat place.
I thought.
Nice.
Just watched on
really,
TV.
really compact and on top of you, and it'll be a really good venue for. They'll have sectionals and everything there.
Is it bigger than this gym?
It's bigger because they have.
That upper tier.
Upper tiers, and behind them they've got a basketball court on one side. On the other side they've got where they pull out. Their bleachers push forward, and they'd have a wall right here. And then that opens up the back.
Oh, really?
So they have a basketball court so they could, I don't know how big it is, whether it's full size. But on the other side they have, I think, batting cages and things when they push it forward. They've got a really, really nice auxiliary gym where, it probably seats 300 or 400. And it's brand new, so it's
looks like a very cool place.
It is. It's got their own practice for wrestling. They got a nice lobby where, in the old gym, you really didn't have anywhere to go.
That place was old.
Yeah. But I do miss playing there, too.
That was a cool place to go to a game.
It was. If the crowd that was there last night was at the game at the other gym, that place would have been ready to pop.
Anytime when you're in the front row and you got to get out of the way so they can inbound the ball. Yeah, you're in a tight gym.
Yeah.
It was a fun game, back and forth. But I'll tell you what, the end of it was something else. You had to get everybody back off the floor.
One of the things that we haven't been able to do, and it's no secret, we struggle to score, but last night, for about the last 6 minutes of game, we stayed right there with them. We scored, they scored, we scored, and it was just back and forth. And we got some guys that done some things last night that we've hoped they've done and hope they can see what they can do to move forward.
And 4 kids in double digits, that's spreading the wealth around.
Yeah.
You got to like that.
Yeah.
If you're scouting Lincoln, you got some kids you need to control.
Yeah, and it's hard, because one night it could be Drew, the next night it could be Trey. I mean, it just bounces on around on who you think.
Drew's pretty good ball handler, too.
He can handle it. He's our other point guard.
Well, I was going to say, I noticed how you can bring the we'll go to commercial first, then she can come on. Is that what you're asking? But yeah, Drew looks like he can bring the ball up the court. Obviously, he is, and he's a big dude.
Well, in our system, we like to have a big dude that can handle the ball because we feel like we got mismatch at that spot. In the Central State 8, and basically that's how I designed our program because we were playing in that. We tried to find places to get mismatches, and the most part, our point guard would never, ever have a mismatch that we would have the upper hand. So we always went to the 4-man, and we've had some great people there. Drew, Matt Schick, Gavin Block, Brian Cook played there, Jeff. I mean, you just go on back, and we've always had that big man that could handle the ball to really relieve the pressure, and Drew's starting to fill into that spot. We have to rotate around a little bit to get him to that spot, but that's what we're doing with Drew.
Well, when you bring up Jeff, I always say this. Jeff was a great basketball player. He was a big dude that could handle the ball and go to the hoop.
Yeah, his footwork.
He was good.
And, for 6'4" playing, and I'll never forget the game he played against Keon Clark from Danville, where Keon was, 6'11", and played in the NBA, and he didn't know what to do. Jeff had a footwork that was unbelievable. He would get around and get inside of him, and he had him in foul trouble. But, being 6'4" posts don't go very far.
No, but I remember you would clear it out, and he would take the guys, one-on-one, one-on-two, and go to the hoop. He was tough.
Yeah, he could play, but we've had a lot of players, and but that 4 spot's been that's what I've considered has been the key for a lot of the success that we've had.
So let's cut to big W last night. Everybody go back out there and watch the end of the game. It was fun.
Just watch the last 3
minutes. Just kind of get you.
There's a couple clips out there that
they're good.
Was it your son-in-law calling the game?
Yeah,
a little early, maybe. I don't know if you heard that one or not.
He probably doesn't know that. We're picking on him. We're picking on him today.
Yeah,
he may have called the game a little early.
Yeah,
just throwing it out there.
I thought he had the stuff put up, and was. I'm surprised he got
was
the
ready
end of
for
the
game.
the buzz. Yeah. Well, let's cut to the chase about tonight. You got a big game tonight.
Yeah, Quincy's always a big game, and hopefully all of us. We got a big day here. Period. We're starting here in a little bit with the freshman plays at 10, and they're playing Normal West. Girls will start at 1 and 2:30. They play Springfield Lanphier, and then we play Quincy at 5 and 6:30. So just a constant turnover of games as we go down through the days. But if you ain't doing anything, today's a good place to be is Roy S.
And it's warm in here.
It's warm.
Yeah.
It is warm. The only problem, you got to get in here.
It's cold, boy. Yeah. Did Quincy only lost one game, correct?
They've lost one,
Just
and
the
that was to
championship
Collinsville, and that was a very, very good game. I'd like to play Collinsville and O'Fallon again and play them when we only play one game. Our team's just not physically strong enough to play 2 games, and to play them on the second game of a day really takes a toll on us. But we're better than what our scores were coming out of the Collinsville tournament. And like I've told people, we played 4A schools, and that really helps us, especially in games like last night where people want to pressure you. The difference between 3 and 4A is how physical the game is. There's another level after our level, and we got the experience for 4 games, and it's helped us along the way here.
No, the biggest compliment we can give you is that they are improving. Well, they're getting ready for tournament time.
Our goal is to be playing the best basketball at the end of the year for the state tournament. So,
well, I feel like you're getting there.
Well, we're moving that way.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, Coach, thanks for joining us today. Have another donut.
You need to fire the cohort there that's not here today, and you take over.
Well, I'm worried about the fire thing because he's learning how to use one.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
You better start being nice to him.
He's not invited.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with Coach Rohrer after these messages.
Okay.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Welcome back, sports fans. As we look at as we sit at the cheap seats and nobody's ready for us to come back, Furniture Jake's still doing something.
And
Coach Al just left. Coach Rohrer's eating a donut. It's
With no
okay.
napkins.
I did. I can't bring everything.
You didn't bring the napkin.
You're smeared on your shirt.
Where's Jim?
Yeah. Where is Jim? Jim always brought napkins.
How do you bring donuts and no napkins?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen, he just owns the
I have
place.
failed. I said I'd bring donuts. Someone else could bring napkins, paper towels.
This was
something.
never a conversation.
Welcome back, sports fans. They don't want to hear about donuts, paper towels, and napkins. They want to talk to the 20-0. Is that correct? I know you never pay attention to your record.
It's something like that. I think I saw it online.
We're going with 20-0, but you're going to have to step up here so they can see you. I think. Is she good down there? Yeah. But we had that set up for Coach Allen. He was up here. Okay, there you
I
go.
don't really like heights very much.
Lean on this.
It's sturdy.
Well, we can put a belt on you or something, hold you to the table. There's nothing. Did he say there was?
Yeah.
He's
messing
do
with
not
me.
listen to him.
You can go
Coach,
ahead and eat the donut on the show. We don't care.
yes.
It's all right. I got half left for after.
Coach Rohrer's joining us, and I believe you are 20-0. 20-0. That's a big deal.
It is.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Yeah. And you, I want to go back in time here a little bit to the manual game, and I can't remember her name.
Guyton. Aaliyah Guyton.
What's her first name?
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah Guyton. Yeah, I guess now that's been determined as being a
yes.
ACL.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah,
and
it
you
was
watched her get up,
confirmed.
try to walk it off
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
that's tough.
I mean, she's a tough kid. I mean, that's a serious injury, and you could see it all over her face, the kind of pain she was in. But she tried to walk it off. She tried to be the player that she is, and okay, I'm gonna come back for my team. But when you have an injury like that, I mean, you got to sit out. Even if it's just a sprain or something. I mean, a game is not worth,
She's such a talented kid, too.
Oh, it's so sad.
I tore my ACL, and they had to drive a pickup truck out onto the softball field to put me in the back of it to go to the emergency room. So when I get up and watch her walk off, she's a little tougher than I was at it.
Absolutely. I mean, my sister did it twice, and yeah.
Tore ACL twice?
Yeah.
Same leg?
Same leg.
knee? Oh.
Yep. The first time she said, I've never seen Dad move so fast. So, I don't know. But it's
miserable. Yeah.
It's a miserable injury, and it's a hard recovery. But you know what? She's a great player, and she's going to come back from it, and she's going to have a great career at Iowa. And I'm excited to watch her next year.
I was going to say, she's going to Iowa.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
and what a great program that is.
Absolutely.
She just needs to rehab, and she'll be good.
Yep.
Let's hope. Anyway, the manual game has been rescheduled. Now I'm getting ahead of myself. They're not rescheduled, canceled. And you are going to go play
We're going to play.
Peoria, Notre Dame.
Yeah, well, we're going to play at Bradley Renaissance
At Bradley,
Center.
yes.
Oh.
Against Peoria Notre Dame. So I feel like we scheduled, a tough opponent, a great program, and we're going to get to play on a big floor. And,
it's cool.
The goal for both of us at the end of the season, we're in different classes, but the goal for both of us is to, be playing in the state tournament on a big floor. And so this will be a really great opportunity, I think, for both programs, and an opportunity for both programs to improve, because Peoria Notre Dame, they're a good team.
They're ranked like 3 or 4 or something.
I think they're 3
2A.
in 2A, and I mean, they should be there. There's not a doubt in my mind they're a real good program. So
Okay, now we're going to go backwards a little bit. See how I've really just jumped around here?
He's jumps
How about a big win you had this week over the 4A?
I was like, who do we play? I've been preparing for the future.
Did
normal
you expect
community.
that?
I mean, we always expect to win.
Well, obviously. I mean, in that fashion.
No, that's a good team, and we prepared for them. I think that when you have a group of kids like I have, they come in, they're ready to absorb everything that you're teaching them, and they did that, and then they were able to transfer that to the floor against normal community, and we did a nice job. We rebounded really well, and
Well, obviously,
our defense is just when we come to play defense, we come to play defense, and I just think that we did a real nice job that night, and that was a fun game.
If you're going to scout yourself, what would you do against that defense?
Well, I'm not going to tell you that. I don't know who's watching. I know what I would do. I think Corey knows what we would do, but
I just wondered. Do you scout yourself?
I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. But maybe that's a conversation for off air.
All right. Yeah, I just wondered. Because it seems to just eat people up. But everyone goes to coaching clinics. Everyone plays summer league basketball. Everyone watches it, and then they come out to play against it and have all the trouble. You know what I mean?
Well, I just think that our defense is not one that you see very often, and it's always hard to simulate what another team does in your own gym. So like right now we're preparing for Kenwood, and we're trying to have our JV team simulate what they do. Well, that's a hard thing to do because our JV team doesn't play what Kenwood plays, and so that's always the battle that you face when you're preparing for a team, is trying to simulate the other team. And I think our defense is one that's hard to simulate. I mean, it's one that our kids still are asking questions about, and we're still trying to find answers to. Sometimes we succeed and sometimes we don't with those answers.
Well, I compare it to, we have the Olympia head football coach all the time, and they run an option offense. And unless you run the option offense, you can't prepare for that because your kids can't do it.
Right.
So you're kind of saying it's the same thing.
I think it's the same thing in basketball. I think it's always hard to simulate. I mean, I've got one of the best JV teams in the state, and it's hard to simulate things. So,
if you're, did you see Normal West like during the summer and all this stuff, like
Normal Community?
Or Normal Community when you played before you?
We played them 2 summers ago. So we didn't play them this past summer, but we did see them 2 summers ago, and they gave us fits. I mean, I think we won by like 7, but it was a tough game. But I think that we're a better team than we were then. We're talking about the kids were just, Chloe was coming off of her injury. The kids were just going into their junior season. They really have. We're just playing a different brand of basketball now.
They don't miss many shots. They don't miss many opportunities to get a rebound, a loose ball. I mean, those girls are all over the place.
They do a good job, and that's something that we emphasize is, you gotta. We want to play really great, but we got to do the hustle stuff too. We have to rebound. I mean, we're so small that we have to be fundamentally sound in certain areas, and rebounding is a big one.
So you would think that if they had some bigs inside, that would give you problems, but you guys seem to roll right through all of it.
We work really hard to prepare for when we see bigs. Luckily, we have a very talented post player that's a junior, and she works really hard inside against us in practice, and so that helps us prepare. So.
I was looking at you. I thought I cut you off there.
No, you're good. No, it is funny though. As you watch the girls' team play, their defense, their transition offense off their defense is amazing because it's kind of like a run and gun, but it's really not. You guys are really set on the defensive end, and it just happens to push the ball forward because of the athletes you have. I mean, it's great to watch as a fan. I'll say that.
We like to shoot layups.
Yeah.
And it's a high percentage shot.
It is. And I mean, we will take the 3, and the girls know that they can take it, but we like to shoot layups.
I mean, and you guys, when you set up your offense is very fluid and drop a lot of threes. But boy, the transition from defense to offense, you guys, that's a lot of what you guys are talking about. You don't see that as fluid as what it is through girls basketball. Heck, even in boys basketball, you don't see that. There's not that much movement. That's why it has to be fun to be an announcer calling you guys' game.
I mean, yeah, I would think so. I think,
I would think so.
Jay and Carrie do a great job. And it's exciting. And these kids, they just got such great chemistry. They've played together for so long that that helps. I mean, when you're coaching a team or you're watching a team with great chemistry, you can feel that. And I think that that's noticeable with our team.
And I feel like maybe you're in better shape. I don't know. But all of team-wise, I don't. But it seems like maybe they beat the press a few times early, and then all of a sudden it's been 10 turnover points and they need a timeout.
Well, and I think that's something that, Coach Al would say too is, our press, yes, we want steals, but that's not the purpose of the press. The purpose of the press is to wear down the other team, make them tired, make them more tired than us. And by the time the fourth quarter hits, the other team is maybe not making the greatest decisions. That's when we're able to capitalize. And, not always are you playing a team, Peoria or, probably Peoria Notre Dame or, normal. Not always are you playing a team that you're going to, get a ton of steals on. And you have to respect that. You have to just run our defense and wait for the other team to get tired. And sometimes it don't happen until the fourth quarter. And the kids are like, it's not working. I'm like, it is.
Give it some time.
Give it time. Give it time.
It's like chili. It needs to just
set for a little bit. Yeah.
And you saw it in that Peoria game. Yes, they lost one of their better players. They were still very athletic and whatnot, but they wore down as that second half started and kept moving forward. And you saw the buckets start coming out a little bit easier, just a little bit easier. So that's when you get the gap there at the end.
So how much running do you do in season, like?
And would you be willing to take J-Mac on and let him run as well?
I would take J-Mac in a second.
But J-Mac,
I listened to his interview and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have to follow that.
That's why we brought Neil on before. We're taking some of the pressure off.
I laughed out loud a couple of times when Coach Al was like, he's special. I just lost it. But we do some conditioning. Sometimes we do like a high pressure situation, like, okay, like you got to make 3 free throws in a row before we're off, of our running. So we just start from the very beginning. Okay, they miss 2 down and backs, they make single down and back, but once they hit 3 in a row, we'll call it good, Or
I just wondered, as the season wore on.
Now at this point, not as much. We just try to go up and down every day. So whether it's up and down in our press or up and down in a quick scrimmage with against each other, we just try to get up and down the floor.
Because when I talk, going to all these different clinics and stuff, I came across one time a football coach one time that said, he runs all of his sprints and cross country and all that stuff first thing at practice, and he makes the kids practice then for the 2 hours
they're tired. Absolutely.
And he said it just makes them better game situations.
And I used to do that with this group. I don't feel like I have to do that as much because they work so hard. So I don't feel like I have to they're even when we're doing our beginning of the practice stuff, they're going as hard as they can. So I don't feel the need to run them to death at the very beginning because I already know they're going to put that effort in themselves. They have goals. They want to be playing for a state championship, and so they push themselves.
Everybody healthy? We're all rolling around?
As far as I know.
Okay, just wondering. And let's talk about today's game. At Lanphier, the Lions coming in after a tough night last night for them.
Yeah. So Lanphier, they're athletic. They're quick and they're very well coached. So Doug's a great coach. I have a lot of respect for him and what he does over there. Our boys did a great job last night. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Incredible.
When Gabe hit those free throws, I was like, we're gonna win. And then they hit the 3, and I was like, oh no, we're gonna lose. And then Keon got fouled and made them, and it was exciting stuff. So
that was so good. I tell you, I just laughed because Keon just walked up to that line like I do this every day. Give me the thing.
Absolutely.
No pressure at all.
Absolutely. That's exactly the way he needed to do it.
Yeah.
So, have confidence, and he did a great job. And me and the baby, we were dancing around the kitchen enjoying that victory. So, congrats to our boys on a big one. And, hopefully we show up today and get the job done as well.
You'll show up today, I'm pretty sure of it.
I think so, but you never know. It's a Saturday, and
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes it's different. Well, that's where you got to take control, right? Get this going, and if not, you sit Coach Farmer on them.
Yeah, he'll yell at them for sure.
Well, Coach, thanks for being on today, giving us a little time, telling us about it. Congratulations, you're 20-0.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, these girls are pretty special.
Fun stuff. Good luck today.
Thanks
for joining us, and we'll see you again on one of these Saturdays.
Sounds good.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with something Jake's going to talk about.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Welcome back to the cheap seats as we're sitting out at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium.
Up here in the cheap seats.
We are up in the cheap seats right here.
Today.
Been joined by 2 Hall of Fame coaches, wouldn't you say?
I would say.
Yeah, 2 of them. 3 of them, you're right. We left J-Mac out, and we didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
J-Mac, we hurt his feelings. Look at him. He's over there now giving the officials directions on how they should run the game. Now, he's telling them now that that's our team down here.
In the guy's pocket?
That's our team, that he will be getting all the fouls, let our kids score. What else you think he's enlightening them on?
His yogging.
Yeah, yogging.
Yep,
and now he's got them both laughing, and we're ready for the game.
He's loosening them up.
Yeah, that's this guy right here looks like he lifts weights too.
And now Coach Rohr is informing him of how poorly he did during the ball game or during the radio show.
He did all right. So if you're not doing anything, we got a freshman game tipping off out here in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And later on, then we have.
You're right though. When we were talking earlier about how you go from a freshman to a junior and a senior in high school, how much bigger and stronger and everything else they get, and you look at these guys now and you think, here in just a couple years, they're going to be just men at that point, So it's fun to watch. Fun to watch the progression of these kids.
Well, you know my old saying, Jake.
I don't.
What will hairy legs get you? 8th grade state championships.
8th grade state championships.
There you are.
You're not wrong.
These kids get out here and they'll mature, and they'll all be out. They'll be filling up this varsity hoop here pretty soon. They looks like Norwest got a big boy inside, don't they?
Yeah, a couple good-sized kids over there. Yeah.
Our kids don't look so big. How come our kids don't look so big?
Well, not compared to a couple of those kids. Yeah,
kids down there. Anyway, get out here today. You're going to see the Lady Railers, and they'll be taking on Lanford. And then later tonight, Quincy in town, the Blue Devils. Think the Blue Devils coming? He's going to run around over here?
That'll be a good show right there.
Yeah, it should fill the place. And they do have the heat on. So things are going to be good with that.
Yeah, the weather's good inside here.
Yeah, is it cold outside?
It's cold outside.
I thought you were going to get the cold outside.
I got the video. I've got a good video of our friend Mac from Mama's Arcade, who likes to sit up there and drink coffee with us. He rides his bike every morning up there with dedication, and got a good video of him saying, it's
cold out here.
That weather report brought to you by Mama's Arcade.
Mama's Arcade, home of the
Stacker.
What's the burnt muffin thing?
Oh yeah, my burnt muff sandwich.
That's good. I gotta give you credit for that.
I've got a few other people jumped on that bandwagon and started doing it. And she's like, we're officially buying multiple or more packages of the muffins now because of this. So
I feel like I'm a bacon guy. The bacon is delicious. But you go with the sausage.
Correct. I enjoy a good sausage, and.
You like patties or links?
It depends on the day, Joe. Depends on the day.
Yep. I was just wondering about that. Let's back up, too. We like to back up on things and go forward, and we never sit still.
No,
did you watch the national championship?
I did. I did watch it.
What'd you think?
I felt like the real national championship was the week before Alabama against Michigan. But now we'll see how it moves forward. Lots of coaching changes already. Saban's stepping amazing. Out, and it sounds like Harbaugh's probably stepping out as well. We'll see, but. Yeah.
Well, you know what? You're, as far as if you win a national championship, you may as well. Now, don't get me wrong. People have won several in a row, but, boy, that's pretty tough to come back and do.
Boy, I tell you, you look at and not that I'm the biggest fan of him, but you look at what Nick Saban did over the course of probably 15, 17 years, something like that, and how many championships he's been on the cusp of or winning. I mean, that's amazing. Is that as big of a deal as what Belichick did in the NFL? I think it really is. I think it's actually, in many ways, more difficult. Just because you're trying to get kicks to be there.
But he did it all before the portal.
Well, that could have hurt. You're not wrong, but he was right there this year even. Yeah, I mean, and last year. Last year was right there as well. So you're putting them all right there, and he's got them set up for success. And, we'll see what Alabama does moving forward. I mean, it's hard to say you're going to find another coach at that level. And you got to think if you're in the SEC, things just opened up a little bit.
It just opened up a little bit, and I wouldn't be right if I didn't mention someone that we all know that did win back-to-back national championships, which is pretty difficult to do.
Yep.
So hats off to you, Kirk Whiteman, winning back-to-back national championships, and you could not have done it without Louis Schonauer.
Oh, what's his favorite saying? At
the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Kirk did win.
Kirk won a few
back-to-back national championships.
Yep. Big deal.
I'll tell you a funny story. I cut his picture out of paper and put it in a card and mailed it to him and said, hey, congrats on the national championship. Anybody can do it once. Let's see you do it twice. And he did, and he mailed me the card back. Now, you know what?
Fix this.
That's pretty funny.
Fix this for me.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, boy.
Well, we've reached the end of our road. So
got a good basketball game going
10
on here.
a.m. And J-Mac is on the court. I don't know what all his signals mean, and they're probably meaningless. But
quite possible.
If you want to watch some basketball,
He's
just pop on out to this gym today.
Look at him. Pulls the pants up so they look like shorts, and he's fired
that?
up. He is fired up. Pops into the corner.
Hey, that's
three on the way.
That's a Craig Rios look right there. He's a Rios look.
Rio pulling up the early lead, 3-0.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us. That's going to be the end of our show. It's 10 o'clock. Just leave this station on all day because you're going to listen to Railer basketball
Lots of
all
Railer
day
basketball
long.
today, yeah.
I'd like to thank Coach Al and Coach Rohrer and J-Mac for stopping in and visiting, and we'll see you again next Saturday.
Good day.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.